There have been 4 ages of man. We are the 4th age of man that's developed to the point of leaving our atmosphere and venturing forth. And the Ponti have indicated that we will find on the moon remnants of previous ages of man that had been on the moon and left equipment there, or had difficulties up there of some kind. So waiting for NASA or one of the other space agencies who fly over the moon to present images of structures, whether it's pyramidal structures or tall spires or glass buildings that are falling down, pure glass, clear see-through stuff, or ships that are partially destroyed, crash landed on the surface, or entrances to underground facilities. They tell us that there's a lot underground, and our moon is got hollow spots that are occupied and used even to this day by the Federation. So
there's a lot of archaeological sites all over the moon. All over the moon. Some are active, and some are not active. Some are ancient. Some are. So the moon has there's a tremendous.
There's a lot to learn up there still, and we laugh. The Ponti laugh and share that amusement with us when we read conspiracy theories from Twitter followers that say, we never went to the moon, it was all filmed locally. Well, the Ponti giggle at that because they were on the edge of the crater when the first Earth human steps were taken on the moon from us, from this age of man. Now, that doesn't mean that everything that NASA did was on the moon and that there was no filming that took place on Earth. I think there was a mixture.
There was a mixture of both.
So, do we have NASA photos where the shadows are all wrong? Yeah, we do. Do we have NASA photos where things were airbrushed out of the picture? Oh, we have that too.
Well, I can definitely vouch for that, because my first experience of that was when I was maybe 4 years old. And this is going back to the mid-70s, and it was my doctor's office, and there was a big picture book of the moon, of the moon landings that I always gravitated to.
Sure.
I loved that book, and the first, one third of it was pictures of the moon landings and stuff like that. And then as you get deeper into the book, it's pictures of craters and pictures taken from, of like the hundreds and hundreds of pictures taken, and the rest of the book was airbrushed out.
What?
It was airbrushed out. I was 4 years old looking at this, and you could tell that stuff was airbrushed out of these images on the moon of a picture, different pictures. Didn't matter what it was, what angle, whether it was like on the ground, whether it was in the air, and you could see where things had been brushed out. And I would take my thumb. I thought it was maybe a scratch and sniff book, that if you scratched the area that was brushed out, you'd see the picture. Or I thought maybe if I'd hold it up to the light on the other side, I could see what was behind the picture.
The brushed out area. How about that?
Yes. So I was a child in the 70s looking at this book when the technology was not that great, seeing this airbrushed stuff out, which is obvious, and then as an adult, when I started seeing when YouTube was first created and they're showing the same images, I'm like, I've seen this before.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, that was real. There are alien bases on the moon.